You know, I was thinking of doing like a Queen reference at the beginning of all these Queen sets, but sadly, another joke bites the dust. Welcome back to Game of Plays F-Zero Stage 1 Remix. Now, if the record's on the title screen once again, you notice that it looks like Big Blue in the background there because it seems to be pulling from the first background of, well, the Queen Cup. So let's begin with Big Blue. Just like on the original, it would start with a Music City 2. Plus, I like Big Blue music, and so should you. I was just thinking there's a lot of, like, this is the ideal, like, environment for having, like, banana trees or something, right? Certainly palm trees, so you could have, like, coconuts, durians, basically Super Mario Sunshine Land. You know what I'm saying? In fact, that's a game in which I discovered what durians even fucking work, so I was like, who's gonna eat this? It's all, like, sharp and shit. No, they eat the center. Silly. It's like with pineapples. Plus, you get to make up a band called Durian Durian. No, actually, Duran Duran is a reference to something. Like a whole science fiction thing. Oddly enough. So I'm totally for it. If I were to have a JoJo stand, it'd be Duran Duran related. You know it. Dum bump bump. We've got 3 laps left. This is a good way to start. How would I describe what the track looks like? Maybe a hand. So hold your left hand and like point. It kind of looks like that, right? It's not anything like the finger, if you know what I'm saying. Because the finger does not linger into a meager beleaguer. Is that so? Yes. Oh, you'll notice I have not been using any nitrices. I saved those for when my ass is getting beaten horribly. Like right there. So now you know. Because even if you use those nitrices like every lap you get them, the AI will still catch up to you anyway. So it's better to save it for points where you can stay ahead of the AI as opposed to going as fast as possible. No, you don't get reward that way. You get reward for survival. Remember this. It's a survival horror future sci-fi race game. Yeah, I was just thinking of the closest thing we have to that in like zombie sense, which should be like Port of Carmageddon, where the humans are replaced by zombies. That's the closest you're going to get to a survival horror racer, I think. But we need to make it happen. This is Deathwind 1, and like all Deathwinds, we have this wind mechanic. Oh, sweet God. I was thinking how they place them is... You know, it's always going one direction, but how do I know if it's going left or going right that day? I don't know if that's just like a rhythm thing, or if it's just depending on where you are on the track. Either way, this Deathwind 1 is technically easier because no zippers to worry about. Which means the AI won't pull a fast one and try to get ahead of me. Did you know that in the original Deathwind, that trying to do on Masterclass with, like, Golden Fox is practically suicide? Hey, that's weird. I've never been so far back that I'd see a green variant of this car. Well, that's kind of awesome and also horrifying. It's like an acid green, so, you know, it's the Toxic Crusader's car, apparently. Toxic Crusader. Boop up, boop. You know, the Deathwind music doesn't get as much love as the other tracks, but it's fine. I think it's just, you know, when something is not as remarkable as the rest of the songs in an album, it tends to be ignored. But, you know, listen to an album sometime and listen to the not as listened to songs and see where that gets you. I promise it'll at least be interesting. That doesn't mean they're all winners, but that's why they make albums so they can have sets. So in case there's something you like, you get more of what you may like, or you get something you might not like, but be like, you respect the artist's vision anyway. That's probably what's going to happen in a lot of these ROM hacks. You'll get these, like, sucker levels that kind of suck, but then there's a lot of good points that you like about it. So take the good with the bad. Don't expect to be perfect in a video game, and don't expect a video game to be perfect for you. except for game-breaking glitches. Then you can excuse the niceties and be like, "Fuck you, developer! You made my game crash!" You know, that kind of thing. Only for like seriously heinous things like that, like my heinous anus. Alright, I am sticking with trying to stay in third, since it seems like passing second and first is a lost cause right now. I don't know how I did so bad here. Honestly, I could have done better. But, what was I doing that day when I was trying this? I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I thought I could breeze through it. Let that be a lesson. Have full focus on the F-Zero. Don't give in the highway hypnosis. I'm sure the hypnos love it. Yeah, 3 greens. That's how many greens I just had. Nice. Welcome to Mute City 2. Okay, so now we entered the first of the sequels. Not a whole lot of difference between this one and Mute City 1. The only difference you're going to probably notice upon immediate looking is the bottom right. As well as the obvious change into the sunset background, which doesn't really matter like a fucking difference. Oh yeah, I was thinking, no, I don't know if the background of the first one uses Mute City 2, or maybe it just uses Mute City 1 background, but on what is the Mute City 2 track. You know what? It doesn't actually matter to me. It just makes it look at least a little bit different. I'd like something to at least try with some of these title screens. It's not that hard. Oh well. I noticed when I do the thumbnails, it's like, oh look, little tiny text that no one's gonna notice. Like, you're not gonna see me with my face open and be like, whoa, I react, and then like, you know, a red circle with a pointer be like, look here, you dumbass. When you just like have the whole video to look at, right? Like, how like ADHD oriented do you have to be to make the average YouTube thumbnail? And if they all look the same, why are you paying attention to anyone in particular? I have to ask. I'm sure that'll change in time while the algorithm's changing. But as far as I know, a lot of the popular YouTube thumbnails just kind of have the same look. There's nothing wrong with actually having your face look like that. I just mean the thumbnails aren't really inviting for me to pay attention to the thumbnail. I mean, the content might be good. That's the problem, though. It won't tell me if the content's good because they all look like that. That's a shame. It's only for, like, an outlier like me. For the average person, I don't think it matters. Which I suppose is the point. Oh well. This is the things I think about when I'm not really focused on making any money. Do. Banana track is banana, and it's really not that bad. And I try to make lyrics for karaoke for F-Zero songs. Doesn't really work out. That's alright. Yeah, try doing that with F-Zero X and see where your voice gets you. You're going to become a guttural growler in like 50 seconds flat. 60 seconds flat. Yeah, a whole minute. That's all you need. Do. Alright, what else we got? We got race functions. We got crashing vehicles. We've got... Actually not doing too bad, but then again, it is very close to Mute City 1, so I wouldn't expect to do too awful at this. Mute City 3 is something special, though. Oh gosh. Can't wait to show you that. Yeah, the big 3 tracks are going to be, what? I think it's like Whiteland 2, Firefield, and then Mute City 3. So yeah, Firefield isn't even the last track, just to make way for the new king in town! The Mute King. Yeah, seeing all these sides and stuff and be like, what's that going to look like? You should be very afraid, my friends. Stay afraid, my friends. Dos horror. Do dot do. Dots are cool.
This is Sand Ocean. And no, Sand Ocean is not that special in this iteration, unfortunately. Although it might give you a little trouble with the actual turret itself. There's nothing else different about it. I'm kind of missing not having magnets in this mod. But don't worry, they'll be back and be just as annoying as before. I sound like I have a cold. No, that's just comedic effects. I was thinking of what other F-Zero tracks I would do after going through this set, like, of all the F-Zero stage series things. And I think I have one. I'm trying to remember who this guy is. Like, some metal rock German guy. But, like, he has a whole, like, he has his own series. I think I'm able to access them on, like, Super Mario World Central or something. And I don't know if they're, like, compilations of other people's tracks or something he made. But I might try to give that a go at a later date. I already have, like, what the first one of the set is, which is, well, F-Zero Chaotic Courses. I haven't actually done it before, but I feel like it's the closest I'm going to get to doing a new series of F-Zero if I run out of this stuff, but I won't do it until after I go through this and the SMK Limited stuff, just to be fair. Because there's already plenty of Super Mario Kart series of hacks you could do. Really, racing track hacks are a dime a dozen. We're talking on the level of, like, Mario Maker creations. Right? That's right. That's what the people say. Desert's high in April, then they're low in May. I'm the Rat Pack. Desert Rat Pack. Oh, shit. Are you impressed by my lack of sucking? Enjoy it while it lasts. You can only suck for so long. I mean, you can only not suck for so long. Until eventually the Peter principle rears its ugly head and tells you, aha, now you suck. Everyone advances to a point where they're not capable, a workload sufficiently larger than itself. It's like they want to make you equivalent to a god that can make a rock that's too heavy for said god to lift. Only in the terms of manual labor. Why? I don't know. Just so everyone could be humiliated. Even though I feel like it's unoptimal. Coming up, what is next? That is a question of great upper tune. From the upper tunes, it's Port Town 2. You see the difference between Port Town 2 and Port Town 1? Is a much larger bottom now, and we've got a jump. Yeah, finally, jump plates. Oh yeah, look, not only is there no magnets in the series, there's no fucking zippers. I am upset. No, it's okay. That actually makes it easier on me because I don't have to memorize the zipper parts, but yes, we shall see. How do I practice ahead of time? There's actually a mod I can use, but that seems to apply to only the American release and not the Japanese release, so I just have to, like, actually go into it and try several times, maybe with saves. Yeah, I do sometimes practice things with save states. You won't see me recording while using save states. That's a no-no. Hey, 4 laps left already. This is the last track of the series? I don't know. King League is going to give me a run for my money. King League is a suitable challenge. I'm sorry. Queen League, it wasn't really that eventful this time. Hell, even Night League wasn't. It's just the shock of, oh wow, the tracks look different. I don't remember them looking like this. Is this something I can play on a cartridge? Oh, I don't fucking know. You try it. Although this is the Japanese mod, I think it's more designed for a Super Famicom from the Far East than a fucking Super Nintendo designed for Americanas. You know? Don't ask me such things. You can try with one of those, like, analog NT things, or, I forget what people are using lately. But there's, like, this, chip you can use to put your mods in it into a cartridge to actually play on real consoles. The thing with that, though, is your console's going to wear out eventually, and you need something with the analog, or something to replace it with, maybe in the sense of 3D printers or something. As long as it bypasses artificial limit, or, artificial supply limit, because it shouldn't be that hard to make a Super Nintendo in this day and age, that you can just keep having around for as many people as there are. There's never been enough video game consoles for everyone on the planet, and I feel like that's a missing gap in the economics of enjoyment, right?
when you're trying to do it legit, not just because of the natural, oh, it's like playing the console at home feeling. No, because it makes it so it goes intended because it's analog versus digital, right? And I guess how you'd say how to emulate something analog is to have a physical device, right? And yes, emulation does technically does imply to physical things. Emulation is not just a digital concept; it's just popular in the digital realm because that's mostly how things have been for a while. I wonder if we're rolling back into the analog, except we're trying to like apply the internet into every little device that doesn't require it. That's upsetting, actually. My advice to you is you don't need the internet in your fridge or your microwave. That's silly. Now, if you want to add computers to your devices, yeah, sure. But they don't need internet access. Excuse me, I had something in my face. Okay, face, you're clear. Let's keep going. Actually, I'm almost done. That's good. It's about to end it here. Well, we're going to go through the credits again. Enjoy that. Bum, 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 boop. Boop, bop, 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 boop. Sadly, I don't know if I could see the driver, Falcon himself, driving in his vehicle. I'm assuming it's there in like a silhouette form, right? Given how fast these cars are going, I wonder what kind of like... I guess they'd have to have a G diffuser system, get it? To like deal with all the G's of force being pushed upon the drivers. But then you also have to see them. Who says you have to see the driver, though? Couldn't you just have like a camera installed inside the car to see the drivers? You don't actually need windows if you have monitors to show you the outside of your car, yes? I feel like that's just open to the Eggman policy of, hey, I have an open place you can hit me in. I don't know why I protect myself in just entire armor instead of just having this weird glass bubble around my face. And yeah, you know, these bubble window things that are obvious weak points, they should not be allowed. Not in a realistic sense. Hey, Hiroshi rhymes with Yoshi. And producer rhymes with nothing. Get jiggy with it. Doot 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 doot. God damn it. I'm sorry. I think the weather is just forcing my hand. But again, luckily we're at the end of the video where it doesn't matter, and now I'm gonna talk like I have something up my nose. How are you doing, friends? Don't try to do an LP while you might be sick. It's not really sickness. I know what it is. I need to just, like... It's probably an allergy. I don't know. Hey. Watch F-Zero. Stage 1 Remix. King League. Coming up next. It's going to be deadly and dangerous and all those kinds of things that start with D that are painful. Because that's what I need. Painful Ds. Ah! These pains are made for Ds. Who am I to degree? Yeah. Well, that didn't go as planned now, did it? But sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches, no matter how imperfect it seems. I will see you soon in the highways of the zeros. F